Hi friends. So today I wanted to cover a topic that I talked about in the past, and it's been coming up a lot again recently, and it's about my own mentality regarding potentially becoming the future owner of the company. Um, be- because in the past, the way I discussed it and thought about it was that um, this is kind of a family business, and it is expected of me to join the company and work my way up and become owner. And personally, I don't really feel like I'm capable. I don't have the skills or the stamina or I could probably list off so much that I feel that I could think of many reasons why I feel like I don't deserve it, which I probably don't, but it's okay. But at the same time, I chose this path, and there's a lot of expectation from the company, and you know, thinking negatively about it and doubting myself while moving forward. That's not gonna get me anywhere, and that's also disrespectful, I think, to the people working at the company. Also, I should be moving forward expecting to be able to lead, and any gaps or issues I have, I'll just work on it. And I think that's an important mentality um, as a leader and as someone who will potentially own the company. I know I keep saying potentially because nothing's a guarantee. And I don't, this is the other side of me where I don't want to assume anything. I don't want to expect anything. I don't think that's the right mentality either. But you can also look at it as if I want if I want to own it, I should have the mentality of owning it and speak out like I'm owning it, and make sure to own it so that there's no doubt in my mind and my actions as I move forward in regards to this topic. But I don't know, there's so many ways of looking at it, and I think I in the past I even was really iffy about wording that it was going to potentially be my company. Even that wording was really disturbing to me. And I still feel guilty for it, which is probably another thing I shouldn't be feeling, but I don't know. It definitely creeps up on many occasions, all the time. And I guess another thing that really kind of I stimulated my thought process regarding this topic is when I was talking with a coworker, and I consider them a really pretty good friend, and they're honest, which I really appreciated, and uh, you know, after talking a little bit with them about some of my worries that I'm able to speak to them about, they mentioned to me that firstly they were really nice and saying I'm probably thinking too hard on some things or whatever, but they gave me a nice reality slap that, even if I wasn't there, the company would still be fine and be moving forward. Um, and yeah, it's obvious, but it's something that I think I was being, I was, I thought I was more important than I really am, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Thus, my mentality about feeling like, but at the same time, I think thinking like that isn't good either. Thinking that, the company would be fine with or without me, uh, isn't the right mentality to have, I don't think, as a leader or a owner. And that's another thing. Yeah, I've realized too. I think there's a difference between a leader and an owner. Of course, there's a difference, but like the being the head of the company and the owner of the company, to some extent. Maybe, yeah. Maybe I should think about this topic a little bit more. But for me, like being the head of a company, owning the company, you could be on the sideline, and I still think you have impact, but at the same time, the company will probably survive with or without you just fine. But being the head of a company where you have a vision and a direction, and you're pulling the company towards that direction, you have a lot more influence. So in that sense, I think it's important that if you're going to think that if you're going to be the head of the company, you have to sometimes think like you're more important than you are, because when you do get to that position, you really will be important, and have influence. So you need to begin preparing that kind of mentality so that you know how to lead and stand firm when you're in that leading position in the future, whether it happens or not. But yeah, and in that sense, I don't think it's bad to think that you're more important than you are, but at the same time, you shouldn't, especially in the position I'm at right now. And so when my coworker friend mentioned that to me, I felt a little better that it was okay to still be incapable a little bit, or maybe that's not the right mentality. This is the kind of thing that it's been really bugging me in my mind a lot recently, I think, and it's in the end, it definitely is about making it a balance, I guess. But how important should I be thinking about myself? How should I feel about my future with the company? Should I be assuming things? Should I not be assuming things? Should I be acting more like an future owner or not? And yeah, it's these things, these discussions in my brain occur at every step of what I do at the company, whether it's actual work or whether it's regarding interactions, or even how I think in my brain when I'm not at work. But yeah, I don't think there's an answer, but I feel like I need to make my own mind up on something and stick to it, because staying confused, I don't think will be that good either. It'll just probably make it more stressful, which in turn would not be good for if I am going to take over. But yeah, just some of the thoughts that has been going on in my brain a lot, and I thought I'd share. Anyways, thanks for listening, and I'll catch you guys up again another time. Ciao.